nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figure.
Good morning, Jenna. Good morning, Maureen. Good morning, everybody in the world, the entire universe. Hello, everybody. Good morning, Jenny. Good to see you again. So, welcome to the My Tarot Morning Reflection, our daily inventory, and our chance to check in with the universe. And take that breath, listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. So, I hope everybody had a nice day yesterday. I hope something positive came out of it. So I've been talking with a company here in Frederick, near Frederick, called Brand Art Yoga Bay. And so they want me to work with them. So I'm going to pick a night to do tarot there. Still staying with working up in Hagerstown also, but it's going to be nice to have a place that's closer to home. So that's all exciting. So taking that breath, what are we doing? We're checking in with the universe, seeing how we're doing today, doing that daily inventory. And we do that by listening to the cards, like they're the sounds of the ocean, reminding us to take that breath, checking out where the feet are, get the feet comfortable, rolling the ankles, because that does feel good in the morning. My goodness. And then the butt doing the kitty dance. Then checking in with the arms. And then the neck. There we go. And then doing a little click there, and we have a table. So it's our chance to check in with the universe, see if there's like any angers or resentments or anything that could trigger us throughout the day, and also gives us a focus. Something that says, oh, you know what? It was all swords today. I need to actually really make sure that I'm paying attention to things. Or if it's cups, where's my spirituality today? It just makes us ask these questions. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to make our 3 stacks. And it's like each one of these is a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one of these is a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path. Because this stack will lead down one path. This conversation is a totally different path that'll lead us in a different direction from this center stack. So, let's take the center stack though. Let's go for what I like to think of as what's right at the heart. And I'm going to do our 3 in 1. So I'm going to flip each card over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. And the first card. Oh, we are starting off with another major today, right here with the Wheel of Fortune. So card number 10. And what is 10? So we look at the numerology, 1 to 10. And then when we get to 10, we start over again. We go back to, if it's the minors, it's an 11. So if it is the majors, it's 11. So we add a 1 in front and we go to 11 until we get to 20. So 10 is a 1 and a 0. It's a chance to start over again. The Wheel of Fortune is we are spinning that wheel. We're coming up at a time for change. And so this is about preparing for that change. And as I like to sometimes look at this as a karma card, because I think that it's not just random change. I think that we can affect change. In other words, if you do the next right thing, you're more likely to get the next right thing. If you do the next wrong thing, chances are that's going to reflect in the change. But let's see what the next cards are. Ooh, so it is the Ace of Swords. Look at how pretty this deck is. I love this deck. I really do like my historical decks. But with the Ace of Swords, swords are our thoughts, our ideas, and sometimes our anxieties. And so, but when we have an ace, it's a new idea. You know, we talked about 10, and then we're starting a new cycle. And this is saying, you know what, I'm going to plant this seed. I'm going to find this seed, and I'm going to work on something to make it grow. So today it's one of those things so far about what needs to change. Again, a lot of these readings, probably because I'm reflecting on the fact it's a new year, but this is a new way of thinking also. So let's see what the next card is. To the Eight of Cups. So this is interesting because eights are about progress, moving forward. And cups are our spirituality, our emotions, and our feelings. So today it's one of those things where we need to look at, you know, there's a lot of good, positive things that we do have in our lives again. It's a reflection of those. But with this spread, it's like realizing that sometimes change needs to come. We need to see things with a new perspective. Maybe we need to go looking for that new perspective. And with the Eight of Cups, it's a chance to reflect on all the positive things that helped us to get where we are today. And is it time to move on from some of those things? Some of those things. Good morning. I'm gonna mess this up, but Milky Biddy. Good morning. And I appreciate that you liked it. But with the Eight of Cups, what are those positive things that helped us to get to where we are today? And what's it going to take to grow? What's it going to take to be able to start a new path? Because that's what the Eight of Cups is. It's about taking all the positive things that we've experienced and we've learned, and we start looking for a new mountain to climb. We start looking for a new spiritual level to move to. It's about acknowledging where we are today, how we got here, and then what do I need to do to move forward? Now we still have the advice card, which is talk about. So the readings this year have been about renewal, because now we have the Page of Wands. So pages, you know, court cards can be somebody else. It can be ourselves. It can be part of a situation. And as I like to explain, a page is just somebody who is willing to be open to learning. Page wants to learn to be a knight. A knight wants to learn to be a king. Pages are when we're fresh, when we are ready to look for the magic in the ordinary. And wands are our passion. Wands are our fire, because it's the element of fire. Wands are our energy, our action, and our movement. And looking at this spread today, we have swords, which is the element of air, and that's our thoughts. We have cups, which is the element of water, so there's our spirituality and emotions. And then we have the wands, which is about our fire and energy and passion and action. So today, it is about looking for a new mountain to climb. You know, that's what the hermit does. The hermit goes to the mountain to find a different experience. And this is about turning the page and saying, what is it? What's my next adventure? What do I want to do next? It's about putting thoughts into it and then taking a look at the Eight of Cups and saying, it's time to move on. I've experienced this. It's been a joy. but maybe it's starting to wear a little bit, you know? Maybe it's like I found a brand new TV show and it helped me through the negative times, but now I'm really just watching too much TV. I mean, something like that is true. When we find something that helps us to go through a difficult time, like a favorite comedy, but then we find now we're just flicking through Netflix channels just like we did when we were kids, it's time to put a remote down and find something to take us to the next level. And we do that by being willing to go into that childlike state of wonder. You know, I just got a new 3D printer, and I am having a field day with this thing. I'm learning it. I'm learning how to make things. You know, Mina wanted a Baba Yaga hut, so I figured out how to design and actually print, I've never done this before, a Baba Yaga hut. And now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I use the TV analogy because that's what I had been doing. We'd been watching Portlandia and I've been focusing on TV and sitting on the couch, and instead, you know, I guess I kind of realized with the Christmas and all that I need to find something new to do. So I got something new that I've been enjoying to create with, and it's filled my heart, and I'm looking in these new directions. And I'd be danged if we're sitting here, I don't feel it's kind of like, this is me. So this can be all of us. So today, everybody, reflect on those things again that helped us to get where we are. And then say, okay, it's time for that new chapter. And then find that new passion. You know, find that new joy, whether it's picking up a paintbrush for some of our friends, or buying a new, you know, finding new unique dolls. Whatever brings us joy. And with that today, and it's Friday, it's our chance to really get out there and do it. And because I'm reading this and we reflect this in our lives, I am going to make it a goal not to even watch. I haven't watched TV in 4 nights, anything serious, because I've been learning new software. I've been creating things. So how do we apply the tarot to our day-to-day? We do it by finding our new passions. And we take the advice that we see. So go find a new passion, enjoy, and I'm going to be back here again on Monday. Thanks again, everybody. Yep, and have a great weekend.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears.